Hey, on my Travel Ones podcast today, I'm excited to have OG Mack Drama. How are you today, Mac?
I could be better, I could be worse, but I'm
Hey,
alive. So I'm very great. You know, I always tell people who are complaining, oh me, blah blah blah. No matter your worst condition, there's someone who is worse off than you.
guaranteed.
There's somebody in the hospital dying that would love to have your lip, your gimp, your stutter, your one eye. There's someone in prison who will never see daylight, would love to have your bills, would love to have your house with no lights and no gas because you have no job. But at least you're alive and free. So no matter what ails me, I'm always blessed. When people ask me how I'm doing, I'm blessed.
I hear that. That's why you and I get along so well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way. I'm like, you know, I look at it and go, I always see, if you see celebrities and musicians, like I really like Chester Bennington from Linkin Park and Chris Cornell. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing so much better than them right now because I'm still kicking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I got another day. I got another chance to make something happen to see the sun.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So for all that they had, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
And that's the key to life. To always strive for excellence to be better, but still, at the end of the day, be content with what you achieve that day.
For my listeners that don't know who OG Mack Drama is, you're artist developer, label executive, radio host. What am I missing? What else? A consultant, CEO. What all do you have going on right now?
Well, I don't like to say this, but I always tell this. Google me. Type in Mack, M-A-C-K, space drama. And you'll see everything that comes up with me. Matter of fact, the algorithm used by Google now to check on the data to verify people, I suggested it to them. I'm a influencer.
Okay.
I'm a person that wants to know everything, knows nothing at all, but always connecting with people. I learned a long time ago. As a matter of fact, I think it was Ford who said this a long time ago. Someone asked him, and they teaching in business school. They said, "What if you don't know something?" He says, "I don't need to know everything. All I need to know is have people who do know the answer, and when I need it, I can call upon them."
Yeah.
And that's how I've done it and put together my network. I put people who know certain skills that I don't have together, and I'm like the bridge. And once we connect, we're able to achieve. So on paper, I'm a CEO of a company called Top Star Media, based in Zurich, Switzerland. And of Top Star, we got a radio platform called Top Star Hip Hop. We got a music streaming service called TopStarHipHop.com. I'm a radio / DJ host on TuneIn, iTunes, iHeartRadio. The show, my signature show, which is now in its 14th season, 77 years and running, and 83rd. And I got over 572 episodes, but for this season we're on our 83rd, and it's called Power Talk with OG. And that radio show has really been a cornerstone for everything because I'm involved in the music business. And one thing about musicians, they want to be heard. They want to which they can bring their music to. And so now I'm syndicate. I'm on WRFME out of what's it called? Memphis, Tennessee. I'm in Miami. I'm in New York, Atlanta. I'm on radio in LA, Seattle, and all this while streaming and talking from my hut here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm originally from Seattle. And also with the music, I have 4 record labels. I have Mack Drama Records. I have 1017 Briscoe Mafia Records, which is the imprint off of Gucci Mane and Waka Flocka, if you're familiar with them. Label 1017 Records, which I started from. And I also have 1017 E&A, which means European and American Records, based in Dublin and also in the UK. And we manage our European artists. And I am the only person in Russia who's not a Russian that has a label. Everything else is Russian. It's called Russia. It's actually Russia. And we're located in St. Petersburg.
Wow.
I started my own Latin imprint. I'm of Latin descent. My family's from Venezuela and everything, but I love Latin music, but I never really got involved in it. I'm starting to change things now. So right now we're getting into hip hop español, which means Spanish hip hop, but I want to do all the other genres that's known for Latin America. Salsa, which is my favorite music, bachata, merengue, cumbias. I also wrote a book. It's called Always Comes Up Smelling Like Red Roses. Now, I'm very transparent, and I come from a good background, but how can I say this? Being from another country, and when you come here, it's hard. Looking a certain way, but people don't understand. My first language is Spanish, but I look black and Asian. People didn't know what I was. And so I didn't have no identity. I didn't know what I was, you know. I didn't fit in nowhere. So I turned to the streets, and I became a bad boy, a really bad boy. I joined a gang, and I was one of the founders that brought it to the East Coast. And but for the prayers of God and having a sister who's a federal prosecutor, I'd probably be in prison right now. Never been in prison. I'd be dead. I've been shot 9 times. Strangely. I was kidnapped once. My daughter was, I'm not kidding, 3 times. My daughter was kidnapped once at 14. FBI and the police couldn't get her back, but I got her back. And I'm forever grateful. She just graduated with a double master's from the University of Washington, in MBA, and a master's in IT, information technology. I've been married 5 times. I got 21 kids. Yes, you heard it right. 21 kids. I know, right? Been busy. My oldest son is 38, and my youngest son is 17. Of those 21 kids, I got 7 daughters. And woe is me. Daughters are the bane to raise. You know why? My greatest fear was they would meet someone like me. I'm being honest. But no, women are vulnerable. So a lot of my daughters, I raised me strong in the heart. My one daughter said, Dad, thank God you married my last wife from Switzerland. Thank God you married Chantal, because look, for her, I'd probably be a lesbian. You raised me like a boy, you know. That's what she said, for real, you know. Then my last wife taught her how to be feminine and ladylike, you know what I mean? So we talk about that all the time, you know. But it's also confusing for her when she was young. I'm not gonna lie, but she settled. My children are my anchor. My children are everything I care about. Everything I do for them. I work with a lot of startup companies because I'm influential in music. Whenever a new company comes out, they want it. It's all about trafficking people. It's like Google. You know, people they want to they want to access your network, and I have a huge network. And it's not that I've got 1 billion followers, but the people in my network do, because I'm connected to some very influential people. And so startup companies come to me, you know, to introduce them to other companies. As a matter of fact, I just got connected with a company called Sound Royalty out of Miami and Asheville. And this is a company that lends capital to artists. In music business, one thing that really, and it's a business, people forget, is music is part of the entertainment industry. It's a business. And most major labels are publicly traded companies. Okay? They want a ROI, return on investment, and they don't tolerate when it doesn't happen. So it's a tough industry, and especially on the rap, hip-hop side, because a lot of the rappers come from the grunge side of society, and a lot of them don't have proper home training or skills, and don't know how to have what's called conflict resolution. They don't know how to handle that, so they snap. And the guy might have got $1 million deal last night. Today he's in jail looking at life. Same thing with a lot of football players. You know, you see that in the athlete world, sports world, because these young people are the music business, entertainment, movies, all that. There's no school where you can go to acting school, but there's no school that teaches you how to handle success in this business. Like my kids, they go to college. They sit in lectures. They might even do world scenarios. they are learning, and experience what they're learning. And what I do, let's say today, a young man, who's always wanted to be a thing, he sings, and he made a video of a song, and it just happened. He put it on YouTube, and it goes viral. He gets over 200 million hits. Trust me, he's a star, and he make money, okay? But no one prepared him for that. And so what happens? He gets big-headed. That means he gets full of himself, and he starts making mistakes. And same thing, you read the stories when people win money in the lottery. It's like $20 million, and then they broke a year later. They weren't taught how to handle that type of money, And so what I've done is I've done what the labels don't do no more. I really teach artist development.
Okay.
I no longer sign artists to my labels. Matter of fact, last year I fired 28 artists, 3 A&Rs, a publicist, and a road manager, because none of them would listen and follow direction. I got rid of them, but we got contact. I said, sue me if you know how. Okay.
Yeah.
If you would step on my side, you would learn everything about the game and the business. And that's the problem. People aren't prepared for success. And so I take time to be careful, to choose an artist that I want to eventually groom into me signing. I shared with you earlier about how artists I just discovered. I call him my white Chris Brown. He's a young Caucasian man, he's like 6'5". He can sing. And I'll give him some praise here on the road. His name is Wrangler Dan. He could sing. But unfortunately, like everyone else, they get ambitious. We were slated to drop a single called Her Pain this week. And I'm doing it through Sony Orchard. That's my label. We're under Sony Orchard. We got distribution. That's the largest distributor in the world. I can do movies, books, everything. In fact, I work on some movies too. I'll talk about that. So prior to me, the kid was handling his own music. So he was doing his own thing. And the song date that we had picked for the drop was the 24th to Sony Orchard. It didn't go. So this young man didn't have patience, and he listened to outside influencers. This is what I say to people. If someone criticizing the person you're working with or you're doing business with, ask that person, well, what are you going to do for me? If they do not have an answer, tell them to be quiet and mind their business. People are quick to give advice, and no one wants to give solutions. Well, unfortunately, this young man sent his music to someone and another distributor, a small one, and let him work. And we had a falling out. He said, but it's still my song out there. It got your name. I said, that's not the case. The company I'm with is like having a Bugatti, which is a $2.5 million car. Okay? That's how much the one I drive costs. And it's not my car, but I drive it. Don't think I wouldn't waste no money on the car. I'd rather go buy a scholarship for kids who afford. Anyway, seriously, and the company that he chose, it's like I'm with a Bugatti, he's with a Kia. There's no, if you know cars, there's no comparison. But the main thing is, it's about principle. You have to let it go, because the song is great. But we were about to get a minimum 50 to 60,000 investment to 100,000, because big labels, if they see that you got a song that's going on, they'll bring their own marketing budget and put it behind you. Yeah, you got to pay back, but if you got a good budget, then it's easier to bring your song to the masses.
Absolutely.
And so we lost out on that. I said, dude, you just killed your career. For you being excited and wanting everybody to see that you got this song, blah, 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 you shot yourself in the foot. Me, I can't trust you. What's going to stop you from it? Someone says, hey, I'm going to give you $2 billion deal, but you got to get rid of Mack Drama. If you did this with this a little bit,
exactly.
You do with that a lot. There's a parable in the Bible that says something like that, I believe. I gave you lead charge over this, so I want to give you my mansions, all my estate. So that's what goes on. But even though that occurred, all you can do is just roll your sleeves up and get back into it. Because one thing I like to say, I'm successful. I am on. I don't have to help nobody. I don't have to do anything. I do it because I can. And because when somebody gave me an opportunity once, I had to do the next. And that way you keep that positive energy and karma out there. Because I'm a big believer in energy. I don't see black and white, I see energy. I don't see evil or good, I see energy. You know, when I get mad, some people say, oh, don't be mad. Well, the Bible says, be angry and sin not, and don't give away your fury. In other words, direct that flow. If I keep it inside, I always work like a volcano. You know? But if I take that passion, that's what motion is passion. If I take that and use it as a driving force to get something done, I make that negative look positive.
Exactly.
You know? And now I like you use the word travel. I'm a traveling man, by the way. I've been everywhere. I speak about 12 languages. That's why I married. All my wives are foreign, exotic women from Switzerland, Germany, Russia, Venezuela, Santo Domingo.
We need to get you staying home then.
Well, I'm back to being single. I'm back to being single. One thing I do like is the opportunity that entertainment music avails me to meet new people.
Yeah,
it's how we met. You know,
absolutely.
This is one industry where, you know, just think about it. You live on a nice block, a nice house. There's a FedEx man. There's a UPS man. There's a mailman. I remember when I grew up, we used to have a milkman. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
There's we have eggs delivered, bacon. I'm sure we had a box outside. I miss those days. There's a gas station, and then there's an office building. You go through all your whole life with these people around you, but you never get to know them. But you know your neighbor Bob or Susie because they're on that house and they got kids play George. So, but other people who interact in your life, you never know. With what I do now, I meet scientists. I meet podcasters like you.
Yeah, well,
I meet ex-inmates. I meet politicians. I meet people from all walks of life. Just 2 days ago, a young man called me from Alabama because my number is public, so it's on all kinds of blogs.
Yeah.
He called me, and I normally don't answer my phone because it's public. I get a lot of crazy. Hey, sign me. Where's the record deal? I get that 1,000 times a day. You know.
Yeah.
Just so people know, in 2015, in the facts of the show Empire, there was a write-up, and it said, who in the industry is Lucius Lyon's character based on? It said Dr. Dre, Sean Puffy Combs, y'all know, and Jay-Z, everybody knows. But there's a fourth name, and it said OG Mack Drama. And when people Google me, you'll see I was at one time the real Lucius Lyon. That's all I'm gonna say because I'm not giving anything away. But that was me, and so when in this business, you get to meet people from all walks of life. You get to experience things, and you get to reflect. And it's sometimes, like I said, it can be tedious, but for the most part, the surprise around the corner is. Go ahead.
With all your experiences traveling and all the traveling you've done, what's the best place you've gone to, or funnest place, and what's the worst?
Okay, the best place on the planet for fun.
I mean, it could be down the street from you. It don't matter.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's called La Playa de Boca Chica. That means the beach in Boca Chica of Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, the most beautiful beach on the planet. Ooh, it's so beautiful there. I want to go there now. Now that you mention it, beautiful. I'm a water sprite. I love water. And the worst place was in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Really?
I was in what's called the Bahia, which is like the ghetto, and there was a gang fight war between Brazilians and Jamaicans. I got caught in the middle, and I got shot 3 times. I've been shot 9 times. So that was the worst, because I mean, all around me was pow, 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 and the people there, they lived the worst conditions imaginable, the worst. Oh, man, in Moscow, I saw almost as bad. I saw an apartment building where people living in it that had no wall. You could see right into everything. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I have friends that are from Brazil, and they go down and visit there. And I go, and when they come back, I go, "How was your trip to Brazil?" And they go, "It's beautiful. I love being down there, but I hate being down there." And what do you mean? He goes, "I love being down there because everything's fresh and clean, and But he goes, there are literally no laws."
Yeah.
He said, So he goes, you kind of get used, and he was born and raised. First 25, 30 years of his life was in Brazil, but he's been up here now for 20 years, 23 years. And he goes, I love being down there with my family, my friends from when I was a kid and all that. But he goes, it's lawless, like complete lawlessness. Just driving a car is scary.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Well, and that's why they say people stay in the safe zones. There's always areas, like it's like I live in Arizona. You can drive to what's called Rocky Point, which is on the Caribbean coastline of Mexico, on the international highway. It's a freeway. It goes all the way to Argentina. Anyway, you go from the United States to Rocky Point. You don't have to worry about the border skirmishes, the cartels, which are here. None of that, because they want that tourist dollar coming. They'll get you when you get there. If you're young and overhyped, and you bring something, and they'll catch you, put you in jail until your family gives some money. That's how they eat. They get extra money. But it's still safe. It's still safe. And the Florida is right. It's ran by warlords. And if you're not connected or know somebody, you are what's called a mark. That means you're marked for death. Someone will get you. They'll follow you around. I've had plenty of times. I was just in Juarez, through that Juarez in Mexico. I used to go there years ago when it was like on spring break, when it was like South Beach.
Yeah.
It has changed. It has changed. First thing, when I walked, I parked and walked because there's a sign that says don't bring up firearms in Mexico. You go to prison. I stay with a gun. I'm a Second Amendment person, and I believe in my bear arms, and I will always bear arms. So
that's why you live in Arizona.
Oh, exactly. You got it.
It's open carry.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need paperwork here. You if you get pulled over, you just tell cops you got a problem. Yeah, we'll put it up here where I can see it. That's it.
That's open carry.
Yep. Well, that's one reason. Another reason is, remember I said I lived a bad life. I've been shot several times. There are still some people who might want to have me harmed. Another thing about Arizona, it's like a stand your ground state. If you feel your life is threatened, you could use force up to deadly force against the assailant.
Yeah.
You understand? That means,
I know.
yeah. But remember that big case in Florida with Zimmerman and the black kid they had killed? Well, Florida's the same way. He got exonerated because he felt threatened. That's the law. You may hate it, but that's the law. And that's why I moved here,
Exactly.
Because I want to be safe. I want to be able to know that if I got to protect myself, I'm not going to be – the victim will become the accused, And that's how other states don't allow that. I don't understand this country sometimes. I don't. But I love America. Don't get it confused. I'm proud to be American. But, but when we walk into, and I had that artist regular with me, and when we walking across, I speak Spanish, but I walk around with a turban as if I'm an Arab. Okay, so and I wear the robe, and I'm gonna tell you, when I fly, I dress like that. I never have to wait in line.
Really?
I'm telling you, it's easy to people's fears and prejudice. You could turn it on them. So when I go to the airport, people look at me. They go, "Oh my God, it's the Taliban." So, and when I walk down the first class line, I don't get challenged because they think I'm some type of rich oil chic, and I fly coach. Okay.
I hear you.
I fly, but I fly in luxury. I got another company called Super Spoiled VIP, and we cater to the super rich. Then I could get in a private charter plane and go in when we're working with them. That's usually during like Super Bowl season. But when I'm on commercial flights, but they don't look at my boarding pass seats at first class. They just focus on me and my turn.
Oh, really?
You understand? Yeah. So I find that funny. It's sad, but it's funny too. Because if you travel the world, you'll know. If somebody wanted to get in this country, it's easy.
Yeah.
There are people who come from bad countries who look like Tommy Ross from next door and Mary Jane. This world has people very mixed, multi-race and everything. They have someone that looks like your best friend, but is one of them. That's the truth that people don't know about this planet. We're everywhere. We're all related. We're everywhere. Yeah, there's some people. I could go to, like, where my family's from, and it's called Maracaibo, Venezuela. Everybody there looks like me. It's weird when I go there. Like, are you my cousin? I've never been in a place where people with that tribal stamp where you look a lot alike. I live in America, but it's very evident when I go there. But so we're walking across the bridges in Mexico, and I'm hearing people talking on phone. They said, and one guy said, "I un señor RB y un gringo auto caminando. Por eso que son ricos." What he was saying is, there's a Arab-looking guy and a tall white kid, and it looks like they might have some money. They were spot checking us.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Not knowing that I know Spanish. Like every year I go to South by Southwest. By the way, on the way back I always stop in Texas to go down. And El Paso to go across Mexico and have some real authentic Mexican food. I love it. The year before that I did the same thing. And I had a lot of gold on. And one of the Mexican police said, "You should hire to take that off." And I told him in Spanish, and I used a Cuban accent, because a lot of Cubans come to America, but a lot of them are criminals. Not all, but a lot of ones that come here now, they're smart people, but they're criminals. And when they get caught doing crime here, they get deported. Well, since they can't go back to Cuba, they wind up in Mexico. There's a lot of Cubans in Mexico now. But Cubans don't play. They are some of the most vicious people on the planet if you rub them wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I talk with a Cuban accent, that makes them all get startled, I speak most of the Spanish accents. I'm very good at that. I got a good ear. And so I told them in Spanish, I said, you guys better be careful. I'm the son of a very important Al-Qaeda sheik. If something happened to me, Mexico will burn. You know that while we was down there, they had a armed federale. That's one of the ones that had to face with an AK walking around escorting me everywhere around the plaza. But my friend, he's from San Diego. He's like, "Man, crazy." So this time we went across, and everywhere we went there was checkouts, but nothing happened. So it's always a different experience, but the point is the stark difference from when I was younger in the 80s and 90s going to Mexico, and then now it's a reality. The cartels have really put a better fear in the Mexican border citizens. And another thing, coming back, there's about 30 to 100 Central Americans, all surrounded by space heaters because it was cold. This is like last month. And the problem is, Mexico don't want the Central Americans, and neither does America. So they're kind of displaced. Yeah, but there's kids, man. There's all 20 kids. And to me, it's all about the children, dude. Forget me, forget you, we're grown. But the kids, I hate seeing children suffer. I mean, there's a video went viral the other day. This girl beat the crap out of her baby because he wouldn't stop crying. I don't know what's wrong with this world, man. She needs to be slapped. The person's video needs to be stopped. And I'm gonna tone it down because I don't want to tell you what I would do to them.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good. And when I see that, I'm like, how can you justify doing that to a child or to an elderly person? Another one, this guy beat the crap out of a lady that could have been my grandmother, your grandmother, my nanny, your nanny. Come on.
Now, let me ask you this question. I have this discussion with people quite often. Mm-hmm. And my contention is, I think bad things always happen, right? Yep. But without the social media and the cameras and the iPhones and all that,
we don't know.
We didn't hear about it.
Exactly. Well, let me tell you this. When people saw a couple years ago the rise in police killings of unarmed black kids.
Yeah.
Police kill white people too. A lot of them.
A lot of them.
You don't see it because no one put on a camera because the white people there are saying, "Oh, he deserves it." The black people, as I said, they feel, they've been picked on every time. So now, we're catching the guy now. I'll be honest. Most people have done something wrong. You have done something wrong. I've done something wrong. We got away with it. I guarantee you, there's very few really innocent people on there anyway. Okay, but the problem is this: is when one person is chosen, or one class is chosen more over another to feel the wrath. That's all. That's when it's a problem. But bad things happen all over the world. I'm gonna give you a little sample, but not too much. I don't be issue graphic. I used to be involved in that trade that brings that product across the border that's not too good.
Okay.
And one time we were at a farm in Tijuana, and the farmer was caught, let's say, sneaking cookies out the jar.
Yeah. Not good.
They didn't do nothing to him. What they done to his kids will forever be in my head.
Yeah.
All I can tell you this: they did to them kids what a farmer, what a butcher does to a chicken or a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And another time, they killed. This ain't the first time they killed the farmer. They killed his kid, but slowly. And I was there, and now this one of them cases you can't do nothing because they're just standing here.
I didn't hear that part, Mac.
That was a case where someone said, "Well, why you do that?" If I would have, I'd be dead too. They would have done the same to me.
Oh,
They do those things to test your resolve and nerve, see where you crack, you break. And when you get invited to them high standards by the big hefe, you're supposed to be smooth, ice, and non-emotional no matter what you see. It's a test. If you fail, you're not coming back.
And that's not good.
We just finished doing a movie film completely in Guatemala. It's called El Patron. It'll be coming out on Netflix soon. And it's about trafficking and everything. And it shows a lot of stuff that, we took a lot of it from the truth, But what I wanted, the reason I say is there's evil in this world, man. Just real evil. Evil. We are fortunate to live in the United States of America. We are fortunate that evil doesn't come here. But I told you earlier, I saw a show called Breakfast Club in which this guy named Andrew Yang was on, and he's a Brown Columbia University grad. He's an entrepreneur, very wealthy.
Presidential candidate.
Yeah, as presidential candidate, and he found out during his own businesses was making Americans lose jobs because he does automation. Where machines do what people did. And that caused over 4,000 people to lose their jobs. Many of them probably vote for Trump. He's a social democrat. It is what it is. He worked for Obama. And I don't care what people's relation is. I'm a Republican, as the record said. I have no shame to say it. But, and I may wear a turban, but I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm a Mormon.
Wow. That's why you got 21 kids.
I know, but I was telling my brothers and sisters, I was Mormon before I even knew it. Anyway, and Mormons are beautiful people, loving, all about family, Absolutely. Family value is so strong, there, second to none. Anyway, he came up with they did some projections based on big data, machine learning, and using artificial intelligence, was what's currently going on. So right now, and I'm about everybody, but there are certain things that are true going on right now. Right now, the disparity between most black households the White House. We got so much racial tension in this country. We got to talk about it and get rid of it. Seriously. I love you, you love me. That's all that matters. But right now, the disparity in income is usually the difference between owning a home. Right now, so it's not that big of a divide. And it's not surprising. A lot of black people never had people to inherit. They do in the South, but the northern blacks, they never own nothing. So they don't inherit certain things. Most of my white friends inherit things from the grandparents, their aunt, their uncle. Most of the black folks, they don't know what that means. Now they're concerned because the new generation is getting old, but before that, no. So that's the disparity. But this guy did a projection of 20, 54, and 30 years. The median income for African American families, and I'm an African Latino. You know, it shouldn't matter, but it does matter. The disparity will be they will be making zero, and I'm like, what? Zero? Wait a minute, what? They will be with a black on black crime finally had won because that's worse than the police and black. You know, but what? But everybody's calling me. Seriously, it always happens. But it shocked me because I got 21 kids, and even though my kids are biracial, I look more black than anything. Unless you know about dark-skinned Hispanics, if you saw me like in North Carolina, you'll say, "Oh, he's a light-skinned black guy," you know.
Right.
You know, but so it bothers me because people who that's representing people who look like me. And like I said, I got somewhere to go. I can go to Switzerland, go to Venezuela. If it was really get real bad here, but what about people who got nowhere to go? Black people don't know what part of Africa they come from. None of that. You know, you can't go back. That's generations ago. You know, a lot of my Caucasian friends, they still got family in the motherland of Italy, Germany, Ireland, where a lot of them come from. Russia, where a lot of them come from. But Jerome Jenkins, who looks like he might be maybe from Uganda, he got traits of Uganda or of Nigeria. You don't know. Okay? What can he do to salvage that? So my quandary is, now that we know, we got to do something to prevent it. We got to do something to make sure a piece of our society is not left behind. Because that's what's going on now. People are afraid they're getting left behind. And when people get afraid, they do drastic things. Yeah. And they feel hopeless. You know why people join Al-Qaeda and all them other groups? Because they have no hope. They have no hope.
This might be something that you can relate to. Is that why why do young kids join gangs? Well,
I can't relate to it because I didn't have the typical reason. A lot of African Americans, less economic, more economic kind of white kids and Hispanics join gangs because trauma they experienced in life. Either the parents on drugs, they were sexually molested or abused. A lot of that happens, but they're not. And so they become antisocial. But I joined the gang because I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be an exception.
Right.
Now, I'm like a typical white kid, a wannabe that became that beat. I tell people all the time. I joined the gang. I didn't have to. The neighbors I grew up with were the Bardo, Oil, the Weinbergers, Finance, and the Gerbers. Gerber baby food. I grew up in a very exclusive Hasidic Jewish neighborhood in Seattle, called West Side. And so I didn't have those reasons. My dad was an engineer, my mom an educator. I did not have those reasons. I had no excuse. So I said, don't ever feel sorry for me. I chose my bed like I am. The problem is some people can't. Some people come out the womb. They don't have a father like you and I to teach them right and wrong. And we just discussed it. Most people know what's right and wrong, but people don't have life skills. You gotta be taught how to hold your fork right at the table. Not eat like a savage. If you're not taught certain social skills, you have none. And so it's easy for you to just be an animal. And so most kids join gangs though because they're lonely. They want love.
Yeah.
Like the kid that called me and poured out his heart. He's only 21. He's 19. He admitted things that most gangsters are. They're emotional. They're more emotional than anybody, but they're not allowed to game bangers and put that to display because it's not tough. If you show you're vulnerable, you can be attacked and eaten like a wolf. That's nothing. They turn on each other like vultures in a heartbeat if they think you're weak. It's like a pack of wild animals. Seriously. And so
I know.
It correlates with that. And I'm not a psychologist, but I know there's reasons. But that's why I do this. Not with my kids. I treat now youngsters because I'm from when I was in the streets, I got a big reputation. I'm like a legend. People, they made a documentary on me. They honor me a lot. And so when anytime I encounter someone, when they try to, hey, what's up? I tell them, man, don't come at me like that. What are you doing? I said, man, go to school. Learn how to talk correctly. And I reinforce that you can do it. If I did it, you can do it. And I try to do the least I can, and sort of and just make it something to the light. I can't sing them all. I'm not Jesus, but the few that I encounter, I try my best, and that's all I can do. That way,
that's all you
when
can
I
do.
Yeah, when I do praise God, because remember, at one time, I'm not no angel. I pushed that agenda of let's shoot them up and take them out. I pushed that agenda, so I feel partly responsible. And so folks don't know, I'm one of the founders of the Notorious Bloods on the East Coast. Okay, yeah. I'm writing a book called Always Comes Up Smelling Like a Red Rose.
What's it called?
Always comes up smelling like a red rose.
I got
because
you.
all my life, what I've been through, my family is like most people. My family hate me because I get away with murder, literally. Because they said everything I go through, I always come out like a rose. And so that's the name of the book. And in the book it tells, I never committed murder to kill someone with no cause, but I have protected myself. And there have been people who try to take my life, and I had to take my life. I will admit to that. I've never wanted to go out and I can say that too, so don't tell me too much.
I'm gonna actually. Hey, Mac, I'm actually gonna take that out of the show because there's no statute of limitations on murder. So
I know that. But self-defense is a defense.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened here in Arizona one time, and I didn't get charged. So that's what I told you. I mean, I moved here for a reason.
Hey, since I'm going to take this out, I'm going to tell you this. My dad told me just a few years ago. He's in his mid to late 70s now. Mm-hmm. That he thinks he killed somebody back in New York City, back right around that time I was born. I go, Pop. He goes, I know there's no statute of limitations, but I just wanted you to know. I'm like,
no, yeah. They want you to know. I mean, that's his confession before he dies.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. When you take a life, it affects you. It affects you. Every time I always say a prayer for the life I take, because it's a precious thing. But because the lifestyle I live, it happens too often because you get them on the truth. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's the sad part, because at the end, when you take a life, the problem that was there that caused it is always going to still be there. He came at you because you have more money. There'll always be someone coming after you because you have more. There'll always be someone coming because they got less.
Let me ask you this question.
Everybody, yes. Go ahead.
And I grew up. I'm in my early 50s now.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up
youngster.
Yeah. I grew up listening to Run DMC, and that whole era. And now the new era, which, and they flaunt so much what they have. It's almost like they're baiting people that don't have anything to take it from them.
Well, you said it, because they never. The new genre of hip hop rappers, like Run DMC, believe it or not, they come from a place called Jamaica East States, Hollis, Queens. It's a very upper middle class neighborhood.
Yeah.
They can have money. They come from money. Sugar Hill Gang, they come from money. None of them
the Simmons family's doing okay.
Yes, but
you know what I mean?
There's new rapper comes from the South, comes from places like Tupelo, Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama. They come from places where most blacks and most whites don't have it good. To be honest with you.
Exactly. No one has it good.
Yeah. And so for them to finally get something, it's I remember I said in the beginning of the show, it's like winning the lottery. They don't know how to handle it. I mean, I hate, like I said, my friend that got the Bugatti. I think that's overkill, you know? And when these rappers have all this money and all this gaudiness, I'm like, that's a waste. Now, I will say this. Some of them, like I know Gucci Man, these luxury, like people, he got him and his wife, he recently married is a young lady, beautiful lady. They got a lot of backside because they're always showing opulent lifestyle on their Instagram. People don't know the companies, the products that are showing are given to them because the companies want the elite who see this to want one. You understand?
I know it real well. My daughter, I told you who my daughter worked for.
Yeah. And they're giving these things on consignment. You get to keep them as long as you show them. You don't start showing me, take them back. I do it all the time. Do you know half the stuff I get from my label, I get it on consignment, and all I have to do is mention things. Or like right now, I love Jolly Joe's, the makers of Mike-and-Ike's. I have to throw that in there.
I know that's part of, it's all part of the social media influencer, and I get it. I mean, my daughter, when my daughter worked for the Kardashians, she saw a lot of that,
Yep.
But what I guess, it's like, and this is even before my daughter worked there. When Kim got robbed in France, it's like, well, you're putting on social media. Here's our hotel. Here's our $4 million or whatever it was ring. Like, you're kind of telling bad people exactly where to go, what they're going to get.
You know what? It's funny you mention that. I live in Arizona, and there's a lot of white supremacy out here in the rural areas.
Oh, yeah.
The Aryan Brotherhood. You got the neo-Nazis. And so on Facebook, I got into it with a couple of them. And people know I usually leave my location on when I'm at an event. Well, this is about 4 years ago. I was at an event, and four guys in the pickup pulled up. I smoked cigarettes at one time. I went outside for a cigarette break. I can't now because my asthma. And they came up to me, and a guy, blonde, he looked like, well-groomed, well-dressed. He looked like he could be on Wall Street. They said, we want to talk to you for a minute. Jump in the truck. So I got in it because I know my past. I'm thinking, some feds want to talk to me. It's not the first time, so I'm going. And now, as we're driving the freeway, I look at the guy's knuckles. I'm in the front passenger seat. He's driving, and 12 feet behind us. I'm looking at his hands, and his hands look like alligator skin. Like snake skin.
Yeah.
Because he's fought. When people fight bare knuckles, your fist gets so strong. You know what I mean? He's a law fighter. And I said, and most people I've seen like that are people from the joint, from prison. Because, it's wild in there. And it's very racial. So I said to him, have you done time before? He looked at me because I thought he was like upset. He said, yes. And I said, when did you come home? He said, this last year. In my mind, this is my mind. My mind is quick to take on information and process data. I'm like a computer. And so it hit me. I was recently going back and forth with the members of the Aryan Brotherhood. And this guy just came home from prison. If he's come from prison, he's still part of that network. If he's been out for 10, 20 years, maybe not. But fresh home, he's part. That's the prison games are what really run everything. He's fresh home. And I said, oh, my God, to myself. They take me. And we got on the freeway, and then that's when my survival instinct kicked in. When you are living on the edge, and anybody in the military can relate to this, there's things that tell you it's about it. And it's like time slows down. Everything is like slow motion. And when that kicked in, I knew that I was going to die. And they was on the freeway heading to a part of town where it's more trailers. Believe it or not, trailer park, that stuff really exists. That type of existence where no meth labs are at. And I was like, oh, my God. So we're on the freeway doing about 50 miles an hour. I jumped out the truck and rolled, which that's how you saw it, and I got up and I ran. I was running. I kept running. I ran like I never ran in my life. I got away. And I made some calls because I'm still connected with people who are in prison. And that's where all the big leadership is. I told them what happened. So they had a meeting, and I'm left alone. But because I put my location on, they almost got me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's one of the few times where I really felt fear in my life. I was like, ooh. And you can put that on if you want to. If you don't want to, not to. That was scary, brother. Real scary.
Yeah.
But my point is that dark side of our society is there.
Oh yeah.
People who got money, education, who never know, they don't know there's a dark side to our daily living, to our society that's constantly out there. We go home at night, 8, 9 o'clock, we shut our doors, we lay down, watch TV, get on the computer. But outside, when night comes, that's when they come out. You know, it's crazy, man.
But
it's like watching a movie.
About 10 years. Let's see. Geez, how old am I? About 15 years ago, I started getting into commercial real estate in the South Bay here in Los Angeles, and part of my territory for that is Compton. I'd go up to the 105, so I'd be Gardena, Compton, Wilmington, Long Beach, Carson. That's where all the warehouses are. I had no problem going through Compton during the day, but I wouldn't go through there at night for $1 million. Because, like you said, that's when bad stuff happens. So why tempt fate? My brother-in-law, who's white, construction worker, in a construction truck, driving through Compton for work, and while he's at a stop sign, a couple guys, or not stop sign, a stoplight, a couple guys come out, steal all the tools out of the back of his truck while he's at the light, and he's like, well, I'm not getting out.
Wow.
So he let them just steal his tools right out of the back of his truck.
Wow.
In the middle of the day. Just got to know your surroundings.
And this is another thing now. The young people now, like when I was out there doing what I did, it was being greedy. I wanted to make a lot of money. You know, I went to college. You know what happened? I came out of college making $48,000 a year. But people I knew that was doing that street life, they're making that in a day.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm Latino, South American. I said, forget that. I'm going to do that. And I did it better. But I tell people, when I sold drugs, it was to get rich. They sell drugs now just to get high. That's all they do is get high. I watch the zombie apocalypse. The zombies are people high. it's sad out there. I'm serious.
Yeah.
You know.
I know, man.
It's sad. This country is becoming either you're going to be a dope fiend or clean. It's one or the other. And I'm sorry, I don't want that future neither. That's ugly. You know? We got to stop the dependency on drugs. We got to combat poverty and give education. And we got to fight this seclusion and bring people together. And that's it.
What's the best way to do that?
Well, what's the name of your show? Say it, please.
Say that again?
Say the name of your show. Say the name of your show.
The travel wins.
That's the best way, by traveling.
Yeah.
When people travel and get to see the world for all its wonder and beauty, number one, they're going to be grateful for what they have here, because most of the world doesn't have it like we do. Like Brazil, we talked about it. Here, we do get laws. Here, I know that if something happens, I can call the cops. Okay? There are places you can't do that. Here, if somebody disagrees with me and we can't find an agreement, I can take them to court. Travel. And then people see that, hey, these people are just like me. They may talk differently, live different, but they're human beings like me. Travel in the wind. That's what we can do about it. And then once we travel, we come back and we got to share with what we see. We got to share. I think that's one way.
Totally agree with you.
Dealing with it. I do. I got enlightened, my eyes opened by me traveling. If I just been stuck in one place, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, education is a big factor. We got to educate these kids, man. But traveling at the same time, it brings out wisdom.
Let me ask you this question, because I know I will not know the answer to this one. People that are in gangs, and I live, I'm just south of, or just north of Long Beach. I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of gangs.
Uh-huh.
But I always felt like you were limiting yourself. Like if you said, dude, if I'm a great street crip or this or I'm that, but you're basically saying I can only be in this area where the world is so much bigger.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's funny you say that. So my background, remember I brought the West Coast.
We were Pyru.
Gang affiliation to the East Coast. Doing that, I incurred a lot of wrath by Los Angeles gang members.
I bet.
Because because they want to control everything, and so I became enemy number one. And so I had to go head to head with a lot of the gangs here on the West Coast. And who gave you the green light? Boom, boom. You know, I tell them, so look here, buddy. Just like that. You ran 4 blocks. I ran 4 continents. Because I knew about this overseas. And literally, I was telling them, my territory is not limited like yours. You know? But even though they got limited territory, that's all they want because they just want control of their little area because they don't think they have nothing left. Remember I said the hopelessness?
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing. That's the greatest they think they'll ever achieve. Is being an OG of great sheep in the Jordan Down projects of bounty hunters in the Nickerson Garden. They don't have no ambition for nothing else. I want a house in the Swiss house. I got one.
Exactly.
I want a house in Puerto Rico. I got one. I want a condo in Laguna Beach. I got one. Okay. I don't want to be limited. So
my take's always been like, well, you know, you keep your 4 streets, and I'm going to go around the world.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that's what I was telling them. I don't care about. You can have LA. I got New York, Arizona, New Mexico, Florida. That's what I was doing when I was active like that. But
I totally agree. And traveling's even opened up my mind. You know, I haven't been international, but just I've been in.
You need to go. You need to go, Pete. Number one,
I know.
For all your listeners, this is a wonderful man. A wonderful man. It's been so great when I talk to him. I mean, I'm gonna still talk to you besides after this segment because I want to get to know you. I want to become your friend.
I hear you, man.
And next time in LA, we gotta go to lunch.
Done.
And that's how you do it. You build bridges. You build bridges. You know.
That's been the like I said. If I didn't have my podcast, why else would I be able to talk to you? I mean, I wouldn't have the self-confidence to go, hey, I sell cowboy boots for a living. Do you want to talk to me? You know what I mean? Yeah,
and I probably look at you like you're crazy because that's how we're brought up, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. A true swordsman made a walk up to a bank president and say, hey, I want to go for some lunch and play golf or watch a movie or something like that, but that's when we got classism, you know?
Yeah.
Huh? You know, we got so many barriers that's why traveling removes a lot of that. Because
exactly. You just see a different way.
When you go on vacation, you're with people, you don't know what to do. That guy might be a construction worker. He might have worked in a car wash and saved all his money for a year to go on vacation. But since you're all up in shorts at the beach, you know, your kids run around, his kids run around, you don't see that, so you are more relaxed to talk to the person. And then you talk, and I've met some wonderful people on vacation from all walks of life. All walks of life. Going crazy today.
Me too.
My wife, my son Diego, they were born, and we went to a Marriott resort. Oh, I'm going to say this, folks, please boycott the Marriott. My mother worked for Marriott for 30 years, and for some minor infractions, they fired her. Because really, the truth is, they fired her because she made too much money. They fired my mom at 70 years old. We got a case pending. My mother met J.W. Marriott. She met for years. She was always in play the month. She was play the year. My mother raised me by working for the Marriott after her and my father broke up.
Yeah.
And I'm a writer too, by the way. I got articles out there. And there's a site called onmobile.com. It's the largest digital platform equipment on the planet. It has like over 16 or 16 million women and me. I met the founder of the site to my mentor, Steve Jackson, passed away. I want to mention when he died in November. And he's my childhood friend who came from another side, but like me, he changed his life. He went on to study at the Sorbonne Institute in Paris. It was like a great university. He learned French. He stood over there and became the manager of the French section of his company. He was involved with IT. He worked for Google, F5, RIM, the BlackBerry company, Microsoft. Yeah. He worked a lot of places, and his clients were the Fortune 50 clients, that tier. And he taught me. He was a consultant, and when I did music, he came in and consulted me as if I was just not his friend but a client. And the same suggestions he would have told Warren Buffett or one of them, he told me. And because of him, I'm very, very successful, and I'll always be grateful. But
and now you're doing it.
Me, but let me tell you this, Pete. He told me, man. He said to me, "You opened my eyes. I sit here about you traveling here and there, because he was that type that stood in one place. He said, you put that traveling bug in me." And he went around the world. He saw a nice girl. He married a girl from France of Moroccan descent. They have some beautiful kids, and he passed away. And my life will forever be empty until I see him again in paradise, because not only was my best friend, he was like a brother. Yeah. And sometimes he's like a father, and he taught me a lot. And he saw my faults, but he didn't hold me accountable to them. He just showed me how to change.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. What he did is what we call knowledge transfer. That means what you learn, Pete, that's beneficial and helps your life, you should help someone else learn. Because they might not have the opportunity to go to college and learn, but you can give them the same knowledge by showing them and teaching them. We should all become teachers and professors in transferring knowledge. I mean, the best skills that I've learned, I should show them to somebody. Some of us try to show them to our kids, but most people who aren't your kids are more receptible because you don't have that relationship. They'll be more keen to listen. Like my kids don't want nothing to do with what I do.
I hear you, man.
But they love me. I don't care about that. They got their own hearts and pursuits. But when I meet kids, their same age, their peers, they aren't like bemused by it. Wow. One kid was like, and my son was like, "Dad, why you telling him?" He was so arrogant. He was speaking for a week. But
no, I mean, I'm the same way with my kids. My kids don't want anything to do with what I do, even though I could set them up and get them going. And they're just like, no. And I'm like, all right, but you have to. As long as they care about you,
that's all
and you show them the right way to be, let them live their life.
Yeah, and there you have it. I can say this: I'm so proud and honored to have the children that I have, and I'm really surprised that my kids didn't come out worse than I did. Because I chose this, but my kids are. I get complimented on my children all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. You did a wonderful job, because I've been single for a long time, so I raised a lot of myself, and I tell people, oh, thank you, but it's not just me; it's the people and situations I put around them. I put my kids in an environment in which they're going to learn to act the way I want them, because when everyone around you acts a certain way, you want to fit in, so you got to act like it. You understand?
Well, that goes back to what we were talking about with the gangs, right?
Yep, exactly.
I mean, if you're surrounded, what's the oh man, there's a real famous saying. It says you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Yeah. I know. You're the sum of the company you keep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I always, it's the same way with anything. Whether it's if you want to be a football player, do you want to be a gangster? Do you want to be a musician? You want to be whatever? If you hang around those people, you will become that.
And let me share something with you. Grew up in Seattle. I can say that Seattle is one of the most in America. One of the most progressive, and we don't have a ghetto up here. We have homelessness. We got some cheap apartments, but we have no ghetto. all my friends in Seattle, whether they got a corporate job or work for Coca-Cola like my cousin, but they're hard workers and live well, very well. Well, 11 of my friends, we went to lunch up there recently on Christmas. 10 of them are millionaires, and one is a billionaire. His name is Chris Hansen. We all grew up. He's trying to bring back the Sonics. But my point is, when they found out that I was doing music, you know the business they give me?
Yeah.
My one buddy is a movie producer. I was a music director for two of his films. And one is called In the Company of Women, and another one called All Good Things. And these are nice, family-friendly films. You know, In the Company of Women, All Good Things, it's in the post-production. We just had the red carpet, though. But I was the music director for both of them. Soundtrack. So what that means is that soundtrack gets awards, make a lot of money, I will do very well too.
Yeah.
And they put me in that situation because they want their success also be mine because I'm part of their clique, part of their youth. And the point I'm saying, people who are successful do that for those around them. And it's not charity because they won't give you money unless you ask for it. No. They'll give you situations that make you money. Okay? And I'd rather have that.
Yeah, exactly.
And so what I'm trying to say is find people who you know can be successful and get attached to them and stay with them. As they rise, I guarantee they're going to help you rise. Seriously.
That's why, a lot of the labels this is my perception from a way outside view. But, I remember, like I said, back with P. Diddy, and B.I.G. and all that, he made a successful label because he started being around successful people, and then it just started feeding itself. It's the same thing with Death Row. You had success. Now they all got it different ways, and but you hang around successful people, you'll be successful. And if you want to be a successful gangster rapper, then hang around with other people.
It's called You Are the Company You Keep.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Totally agree.
Bottom line. My grandma used to say that in Spanish, but that's what she said.
Yeah.
And I like recently, me and one of my sons got an argument, and I told him, "Look, I raised you. I could have walked away." He said, "I said that's a lot of nice people. All my friends got. I raised my kids too. He said, all my friends got their father. What are you talking about? I know where you live in." I said, "Son, trust me.
Yeah.
Where me and your mom came from, if when we broke up, I walked away, you've been growing up in a housing project right now. Okay? You won't be around families that have nuclear households. You wouldn't be around that. Thank me for that."
I hear you.
As a matter of fact, you wouldn't be in Europe right now where you're currently attending the University of Vienna. You'd be someplace else selling drugs. If I decided to walk away from you like a lot of men do, they skirt responsibility when things go wrong in the relationship. Not me.
Go ahead. I think that's a big problem in the African American community is the parents, having dads around.
Yeah, well, and you know what caused a lot of that? What administration? When they instituted the welfare system, they put a thing on it. You can't get certain benefits if the man is around, because he should be having. Let me tell you something. When I got divorced from my last wife, I got custody, and guess how much they made her pay me to the day in child support? Take a guess.
0.
No, well, almost $127. Because I'm a man, I'm expected to make
provide. Yeah.
But I'm like, wait a minute, that's bullshit. If she got custody, I'd be paying out my ass.
That's right.
I never took her to court after that because anytime my kids need something, if I can't do, she does for them. You know what I mean? So for since 2007, I live with this. You know what I do with the money? I pay for my internet. Yeah, but that's real funny. And so for the African American community, when they came out with the food stamps, because people don't know, when, at the end of slavery, and then the industrial age, when the jobs in the north, blacks fled in numbers from the south to the north. Okay, back then, mom and dad were together. You know, there's only one daddy and one, you know, that type of scenario. It was none of that. But it's when they did the socialism in here, they said, okay, you go into hard times, you can get this and that, but if you got a husband or a boyfriend living with you, you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you should be able to get by.
So imagine this woman. Oh, you got to go, Herbie. Bye. So they removed the male by their policy, and when something like that becomes normal, it becomes what do you call it? When you get used to it, it becomes
You're assimilated to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you get used to it. You keep doing it. So hence a lot of African American men don't stay home with their kids, but a lot of white men neither. People don't know. You look at the stats. Remember, this is still a majority white country. The white stats beats the black stats way far. Like it's a misnomer where people think blacks do more crime. Not for their guys.
Yep.
White people do more crime than blacks. Blacks only do more crime and robbery because they rob themselves. But the white murder rate is higher. The white rape is higher. All that because they're more white people. You know, numbers don't lie. So all I'm trying to say is there's criminals in everybody, in every race, not just one. But remember we talked about it, but people the news only puts one fact in, and that's where I come to it called social manipulation. And this is a little higher up for some people, but basically social manipulation is when a certain thing that's done on a society where you want a result to happen that favors a certain way, you know? So I do believe there's a lot of social manipulation that goes on in the minority community. Like, you know, the crack epidemic was started by the CIA?
No.
Did you know that?
No.
When you get it, well, you heard of the rapper Rick Ross, right?
Yeah.
Well, he got his name from Freeway Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, which I know him. I call him Uncle Rick, from Los Angeles, from the Hoover area. You know where that's at. In the 80s, he became a cocaine dealer, and this is during Reagan administration. This is when the Iran Canada conflict things going on with guns in Central America.
Yeah.
The CIA need to get money to buy guns for the rebels down there, whoever they're working with, but they didn't want to go through Congress because of oversight. We didn't want to know Vietnam. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so they had to find a way. Well, so scientists at the University of Los Angeles figure out if you put cocaine in baking soda, oxidation, and one scientist's name is Bill. He's a chemical engineer from Oklahoma. I knew him before he passed away. They figure how to, like I said, my book is deep. They figure how to oxidize cocaine into rock form. And of course, being scientists, somebody must have smoked it and got high off it because they were snorting it like everybody was snorting cocaine back then. And he finds ways to inhale it and bingo. So if you take a gram of powder, it's one side, but if you put baking soda and cook it, it's like triples its consistency, its weight. So when they saw this, these CIA and DA people convinced Rick to bring this into the inner city. It's documented. He wrote a book about it. There are even documentary films in Congress had hearings on it. But you know, this stuff doesn't get out to the mainstream people. That's crazy. I find out because I look and I research. People should always research. Don't believe everything. Go out there and find out some source. So
totally agree with that one.
He introduced crack cocaine to the inner city. Now, when I became a blood, there was no guns. Maybe somebody had a rifle. It was bats and chains. We didn't sell crack. There was no crack. The reason I joined the blood, so you understand, let's be clear, because I want to be popular. And one popular way is dancing. There's a dance that came out in the late 70s called pop locking. You know what that is, right?
I do.
Okay. Well, living in Seattle, the LA people came up. I saw that dance. I had to learn it. And the blood, every blood I seen was a better pop locker than the Crips. So I became a blood guy. I want to learn how to pop. That's my story. And then the rest, once the drugs came and once I saw the income potential, I was a smart man. I said, everybody else in them, I was, can't beat them, join them. I got involved. But so a lot of things that plague some inner city people, we as society, we do hold responsibility. Our government does at least, because And this is another thing. When crack was out there as an epidemic, it was treated as a criminal offense. There are people now in prison behind some of the draconian drug laws, like the Rockefeller drug laws. Like now everybody marijuana is free. So why don't we release all the people in jail for weed? Well, he caught 20 pounds. It doesn't matter. It's legal now. I don't care if we had 100,000 pounds. It's legal now. Why don't we let them out? Because prison
money.
It's the new. Yeah, is that a new slave? Why do we let them out? We're making money. So forget about them. So with that being said,
but it's not just.
But let me tell you that incident of giving free reign, the real free reign to bring crack, destroyed a lot of inner city black communities to this day. Like Detroit still hasn't recovered. North New Jersey recovered. Baltimore. You know, that's my point I'm making. And it was criminalized. So people who get high have a drug problem. It's called an addiction for a reason. We don't lock up people who are alcoholics, so we lock up a whole bunch of crackheads, and a lot of people will sell drugs to support their habit. We know this, but now fast forward, and this gets deep. So I'm telling you, this gets deep. Now we got crystal meth. The difference between meth and coke, they're both on the euphoric, and they both cause you to what's called an upper. Except methamphetamine is all artificial.
Yeah.
It's all made of chemicals, that man-made stuff. Battery acid, amphetamine. It's nothing natural about it. So if you go to the raw ingredients of meth and they keep making it, some company is reaping huge profits. When you bring
all this money.
Exactly. So some conglomerate corporate structure, I don't say American corporate because now everything global. Some global conglomerate is eating up so much money. Now this is becoming an epidemic proportion in the white community. Meth is not treated as a criminal thing. It's a health hazard.
Well, that's you get the prescription drugs the same way, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about that next. So when it's a health thing, they're not pursuing this aggressively like they did blacks with crack. In other words, they go after something, but people who do it, they're not treating them as criminals. They're treating them as an addict, like you would treat an alcoholic. They're not putting them away in jail. Except for I can say this about Arizona. I love my state. Arizona is an equal opportunity. Put your behind in prison if you act up. I've seen as many white folks in jail here. I've seen Mexicans and blacks. This may be an ultra-conservative Republican state, but they believe in if you screw up, you deserve what you get. I love Arizona because of that. Even in some of the most liberal states you go there, majority of people in jail there are blacks and Hispanics. But that's crazy when you look at the population. The majority of people here are white. Majority of people doing crime are white, but the majority of people incarcerated are minorities. And that's why I keep calling it institutional racism. Pete, I know you're not a racist at all. But this institution, a lot of our system, has created a way where people look like me get slapped and put away, and people like you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, and you're not doing it, but it's a system that has started from Jim Crow. What was that? The William Douglas letter, where this one slaver said, he wrote a letter. We got to figure a way to keep these Negro slaves from banding together. And he said the best way is to turn them on each other. You ever heard a house Negro, the field Negro? It really, in the black community, that sentiment still goes on, that division. You keep mad at each other, they will never have time to come together and wake up and run. Do you know the first modern day policing was started behind posses chasing after runaway slaves? And you know what the order was? The order was for the slaves, if they called them, to kill and maim.
Yeah. To
kill, maim. And so, why do you think this same sentiment is still here with a modern day police? It has to change. And people don't realize that we need a complete revamping of things. You know why the Mexican cartel is vicious? I'm gonna tell you. It's not because. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
Okay. Well, if you know the historical fact of Mexico, that every year, when the Aztecs reigned, the Mayans, all them, they worship a sun god that required a sacrifice. And when it sacrificed time, they didn't sacrifice the citizens close to the pyramids because those were the educators, the philosophers. They were the rich ones. They went far into the jungle, far as far as Arizona and Texas and California to get sacrificial prospects. And how they did it was rain terror among them. They would make a trail of blood going back and forth. These people on the borders are doing what they've been doing for generations. Now they're doing it for the cartel. It's in their blood. They know nothing else. They got to be reprogrammed. And that's what a lot of people need to be reprogrammed, man. Like a computer. They need to be reprogrammed. First you got deprogrammed from doing that and reprogrammed doing this. And but a machine you can type in code. With people, you have to start over and start teaching them. You got to keep teaching them. Too, after a while, what you're taught becomes habit. And that's it.
But I think. Go ahead. Let's talk about the pills. Remember, I've been shot 9 times, 4 times my leg, 3 times my arm, twice my head. People try to execute me, and that's a lie. I mean, I am a miracle walking. Trust me. I got angels beyond angels. I should be in prison, should be dead. I shouldn't be on the phone. Well, I take 120 5-milligram Oxycontins a month, so I can get up and move, so I can engage with you. I try to take them in the evening, but I took one this morning because I woke up really, really hurt because it affects my judgment. It affects me driving the car, and it can be addictive. But I need them. So now with these new laws, it's hard to get them, and then they treat you like criminals. They make you do a urine test before they give you your prescription, and if my urine is dirty, they won't give my prescription. They'll kick me out of the office. Now my thing is, I'm not a criminal. What I do with my body is my business. You know, I shouldn't be having because I got an illness. Now I'm being separated from. That's the grounds for a lawsuit. I'm just thinking about it. So nowadays we're being segregated by our own element, and if we fail this, we get treated like this. The need for it is there, but guess what's on the rise? Heroin. If I can't take my painkillers, only thing that will relieve this pain is heroin. I think a lot of people in Vietnam got on heroin. Now, this is where we're going to go into the twilight zone. I really believe all the work we fought is not about people and humanity. It's about resources. Afghanistan is the biggest supplier of the poppy, which you make opiates, which make into heroin. So was Vietnam, believe it or not, back then. I believe we went over there because we want that drug money. I believe Iraq and Syria is the same thing. In Syria they found vast lakes of recently discovered oil. But
it's all about control and resources. But in order to get to them, you got to create habit. You got to create a problem that makes something happen. Someone gets displaced and toppled. Then you go in Venezuela. I'm from Venezuela. We are oil-rich country. You see what's going on down there now? It makes no sense. But someone's profiting from it.
We are an exporter of oil and energy now.
Yeah, as much as we get, we want more though. Remember. Let me tell you something. I know 4 billionaires, and that level of money, they don't just have one home. They're global citizens now. Global.
Yeah.
Their loyalty goes to their bank accounts, to themselves. Oh, America's gone? Well, I got my place in Switzerland. I got Australia. When you got people living like that, it doesn't matter what happens to people, man. My people aren't like that, but a lot of them are like that.
I hear you. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've eaten up enough of your time today. What do you think?
Oh, man, it's been an honor and a pleasure.
Oh, no, it's been great.
If you're happy with the interview, I'm happy with it.
I'm completely happy with it, man. It's funny. The first time we talked, I said, "Hey, we're going to become friends." And my wife's like, "Who are you talking to?" I go, "It's Mack Drama." I go. We just have this. We have similar, different but similar.
Yeah, views. Our views are very similar.
Yeah.
What I think is our beliefs. We really want good things for everybody.
Well, we're both thankful to be around. to have another day to look at the sunset tonight and the sunrise tomorrow, and everything else is kind of BS in between.
Yep.
We've got another day to keep going. So, and like I said, I was telling you before, I have family in the Phoenix area, and my dad's in Pace, and so when I get out there, I'll hit you up and see if you're in town.
You got to, and I'll be coming to California soon. If I come see you, if you don't come see me, I'll come see you before you see me.
You got it, exactly. Sounds good. And hey, what's the best way for people to reach out to and find you?
Okay. My Twitter is @MackDrama1017. My Instagram is @MackDrama1017. Facebook is Mack Drama or OG Mack Drama. I'm on Spotify. I have a podcast too, so all my podcasts are on iTunes and TuneIn and Stacker. You just put in Top Star Hip Hop Radio, all episodes pop up. You know what? Tell people, Google Mack Drama, and all my verified official social media accounts and profiles are right there. And then wherever one is your favorite, hit that click. And if you say you heard me on Trade Winds, I will give you a follow back. And I
there you go.
People. I do interact. I'm not one of them type of celebrities. Some of you may not know me, but in my circle, I'm a celebrity at least. That ignores people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
I'm who am I calling my letter? Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I found something I was looking. When it comes to I'm a paper hoarder. I'm a complete slob.
Oh shit.
Complete slob when it comes to paper. And I was looking for a document and I found it. But
there you go.
I'm very accessible, very friendly. My publicist and a lot of people, the president of my label, they said, Mack, you're too accessible. But that's what makes me different than everybody else. Is why I'm where I'm at. Because that's why this 19-year-old kid called me 2 days ago, crying out in pain. He's ready to go kill something. He said I don't care. I'm gonna kill someone. I talked him down, and I interviewed him last night, and he said, man, you my brother go to you like dad? I said, I'll be honored. His mom was on crack all his life. He never felt real love, and the people who supposed to love him, they abused him. He was molested and everything. You know what I mean? And if I could change one person's life, I've done good.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I feel the same.
That's all we can do.
I feel the same exact way, man.
Yep. That's all we can do. You know,
it's
not about money. It's not about what you got. It's about can you sleep soundly at night? I can't.
Yeah,
well,
that's exactly right.
I can't because I hurt people one time, so I'm kind of always looking out the window. But that's still maybe not.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pete. I thank you.
Yeah.
One of the interviews now. I got to return the favor. You got to be a guest on my show.
Next
deal. Thursday. Okay, next Thursday.
Next Thursday. What time?
6 p.m. your time, but you can call it at 6:30. I'll send you over the information. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to put it in my calendar right now.
And as soon as you edit and you're ready to put your show up, I'll help promote it among my work too. Okay.
Yeah, like I told you, it'll be a few weeks. I got a couple others already recorded, but.
Let me tell you this. But my partner talked to me. He's actually the consultant. He said, "We're looking on people as your competitors. When you think of competing, you just beat up yourself." He said, "They're your partners because you're both going the same direction, looking for the same thing. So why won't you work together to get it?" And when I use that idea, that's why I'm able to talk to anybody. I go to them and say, "I want to be a partner. I'm not trying to learn from you and outdo you. I'm trying to work with you and help you grow." And that's the formula I use now. And remember, you said, "What can we do about it?" That's how we can do. You don't want to bring black and white people together?
That's crazy.
They can come together and say, let's help each other grow together. That's all we got to do. And that prediction would never come to pass. Thank you for that. You just gave me the answer to that. Thank you. I'm still better now. Thank you, Pete.
I appreciate it, man.
I mean, so the message I'm going to put out there is, I got really heated. I was like, if my kids ain't got no future, there won't be no future. Because that's how I know how people go from being nice to becoming terrorists because they have no hope. That's why I said that. I was like that last night, you know. And you just said the hope is if we all learn to prevent this by us working together to prevent it, it brings us closer. Wow.
Totally agree.
Thank
That's
you,
good.
brother, man.
Good stuff, man.
You
I
are,
appreciate
brother.
the time.
I appreciate you. Likewise. I'll talk to you
have a
soon.
great weekend.
Likewise. Bye-bye.
Yeah, all right. Bye-bye.